All right. All right. No questions. That's good.
Well, the obvious question is
Mhm.
what's coming.
Right.
But just a quick update can you share with about the quarterbacks and about that battle thus far?
Yeah, they're all four doing well. From Ethan, Trey, Drew, and Jeremy, they're all doing great. Seeing big leaps in all of them. Biggest thing we want to see for them is a continuation of the growing in leadership and everything of that nature. But they're all four doing a great job.
It's obviously going to be a lot of talk about the quarterbacks, but your running back room seems to have a lot of talent in there this year. How are those guys looking coming so far?
I think they're doing a good job. Like Coach mentioned earlier, developing the bottom third, getting the freshmen going because they were a very talented group, and I believe in that group. Just the continuation of the fundamentals and run reads and everything of that nature. But I think they're doing a good job.
The two QBs from Vanderbilt, have they got any type of edge, just kind of their background with you? And then also, just how would you describe the philosophy of this offense?
So I'll start with the first question. No, it's not. It's a lot of the same stuff, different terminology and some things, and keeping what they did last year for the current players and merging the two systems and taking advice from the staff and input and everything of that nature and merging that together. So no, I wouldn't say they had a distinct advantage. And then philosophy wise, like we're going to be physical, we're going to be tough, and we're going to run the football. That's how we're going to start it. Everything's built up front, and I believe in that group up front, and I believe in what we do, and the system's proven. And so I just very, very passionate about that.
Coach, I spoke to your lead running back Blake just a couple minutes ago, and he said that the offense was going to be run heavy.
I don't know about run heavy. We're going to do what it takes to win. I believe in that. What if we got to throw it 85 times, we'll do it. If we got to run it 85 times, we'll do it. That's in support of Coach Jones, where he sets the vision. That's what we're going to do.
Aside from Kenny Clay, obviously you have extensions. Who's really kind of stepped up behind Kenny along with
Kenya's doing a great job leading that room, and then from Solomon Baggett to Chevy to Tim, the new guy, to Zell Jolly. I think they're doing a good job, and their reps have increased. And so, unfortunate what happened to Devin, but it's probably going to be a blessing in disguise for those younger guys getting more reps early in fall camp.
Coach, just your thoughts on the offensive line as a whole at this point. There's a lot of depth there.
Yeah, there's a lot of depth there. We got to continue to keep building our edge up front, rotating those guys, moving all those guys around different positions, trying to find the best five to grow and continuity and all of that, and that'll help when the quarterback situation situates itself out.
Talk a little bit about Cobb and just what it's like to have a player like him and be able to put him in so many different positions.
Yeah, Chauncey's awesome. He embodies everything that Coach talks about from a leadership standpoint. He's been awesome. Super glad to have him. Very dynamic, very smart player. Very versatile. Can move him around, do anything we want with him, and he's very smart, so he can pick it up.
Seems like maybe your tight end use is going to be maybe creative at times. What have you seen from that group, and what do they still need to continue to progress on for the last 3 weeks of fall camp?
Different style of offenses. And the system's designed to adapt to the usage of those tight ends, to being heavy, to being spread out, and all that stuff. So I think we've got a bunch of different body types in that room. So I expect a lot of different faces to see the field at different points in time and during a game. So I think they're doing a good job, and Coach Jones is doing a great job with them. Just keep growing them up.
Talking about Jerry Kiltree, so multiple stops. I was just going to ask, what do you think kind of made you guys really successful at the stat at multiple stops? And what can you take from kind of learning under those guys to what you can bring here?
Learning under those guys was, it's a blessing, right? To be a part of those guys, and that's ultimately what drew me here, because the culture and just physicality and the style of play and the emphasis on turning the ball over, controlling the games, and doing all that nature, and just being disciplined, super disciplined. I think that's what allowed us to turn it around and taking care of the football and those things. and running the football. That's why we were able to turn it around.
Coach, last year it seemed like Arkansas State moved the ball pretty well in its offense between the 20s. And once it got to the 20-yard line, things seemed to get a little struggle. Have you looked back at last year's season and identified what the, the problem areas were and maybe what to correct?
Yeah, I have, and they move the ball well. Just different philosophies. It's just all different, and we do a lot of different stuff in the run game, and they were very up tempo, so we're not, but we will spurts of tempo. But I just think like the different run schemes could help down there, and ultimately it's just turnovers and playing complementary football.
Coach, if you could, who is one player on the offense that wasn't really expecting to?
To be honest with you, very impressed with Tristan Smith. I really am. I think he has an edge up front. Still need him to be more vocal, but he surprised me. He's done a good job.
Going back to running backs, you mentioned Tim coming in here. Got to put eyes on him though. He's a big guy. Looks like he don't go down easy. Arkansas State hasn't always had that big ball man. Was it a guy like him?
Well, I mean, you got Kenyon, who's a bigger back, and then add him, and then the Chevys and Solo and Azell have done a great job. But just having an older guy in that room helps. When unfortunate to Devin, but we were able to add an older running back to increase the maturity in that room. So I think that's helped, and he's done a great job picking up the offense so far.
After coaching the Heisman finalist last year with Diego Badia, what qualities do you see as a quarterback that reminds you of him?
Diego really took a step his senior year. Once he got the sixth one, and just growing in his leadership roles and all of that nature. So I think the quarterback room, they are competitive. So I think that is very much what Diego embodied, was like his competitive nature, ability to overachieve. And Diego did a great job of managing the game. Kept us out of third and longs, kept us out of harmful situations, and was smart with the football. Because ultimately that'll be the quarterback that plays is the one that we trust and that will take care of the football.
You have the scrimmage coming up in a couple of days. What are some of the things you're really focusing on?
Just operation. I want to be clean in operation. I want to see great effort. We're always going to need to be in the first scrimmage. We're going to need to clean up a bunch of technique and fundamentals. But I'm really looking forward to effort and operation and how the offense approaches that.
Guys, do we have any more questions for Coach Altman? Jeremy, go ahead.
I just think about it. So, what we talked about running backs. What is it going to take for Nasir Allen to get to where he gets?
Coming off an injury for Nasir, and just rehabbing through the spring, reps, we were trying to be smart with him in the spring. So still trying to increase that role yet. So it's still a little bit too early to tell for that. So I really want to see. I think we'll be able to see some more out of the scrimmage on Saturday.
Guys, anything else? All right. Thank you, Coach.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.